Hello everybody, and this is Glenda Winkleman, and welcome back to my channel, Creative Grandma. Today is the Stitch of the Week. We're doing pattern number 204, the Triple Puff V-Stitch. But before we begin, I did want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed. If you didn't subscribe yet, please hurry and do so, because we will be drawing the winner for the giveaway tonight, Monday. Today is March 6th, so tonight we will be doing the winner. I am going to have a second giveaway, so watch for that post as well. And those details will be coming up. So just watch for the post, and you should be notified if you're a subscriber. So today we're going to do the Triple Puff V-Stitch. So what this is here's a sample done where I change colors in every row. You will see that you have a V-stitch, and then you have 3 puff stitch for the triple puff. So it's just alternating V-stitch, triple puff, V-stitch, triple puff, and when you come back on the next row, you will put the V-stitch in the center of the triple puff, and then a triple puff in the center of the V-stitch. So here's one again with all the colors changed every row with just using white. Here's a sample done in a variegated. A little harder to see the pattern in this one. And then of course I always do one in white. Kind of a lacy pattern. Kind of pretty. Okay, so there are the 3 samples that I made. So to begin, you're going to need a multiple of 8 plus 4 on your chain. And if you've never done this before, I do always suggest you do a sample swatch. Now I started with a chain of 36 for my sample swatch. So if you're going to start with that, go ahead and get your chain made of 36. Okay, so to begin, and please excuse my giant band-aid, I punctured my hand. So we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So double crochet in that 4th chain. And you're going to start your row with a triple puff stitch. So you start with the double crochet of that first one, so wrap your yarn around your hook. You're going to skip 3 chain, and you're going to do the triple puff. You're going to insert that hook. The first puff, to make that puff stitch, you're going to wrap your yarn around the hook and pull it through. That's 1. Wrap the yarn around your hook, put it through that same stitch. Wrap your yarn around, pull it through, that's 2. Wrap your yarn around that hook, put it in that same stitch, wrap your yarn around the hook and pull it through. So now you should have 6, and then your 7th loop is over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to wrap your yarn around the hook, and you're going to pull it through all 7 loops on that hook. That's your first puff of the triple puff. Okay, so my first puff stitch is done. You're going to chain 3. You're going to work another puff stitch in that same stitch. So yarn over through the same stitch, yarn over, pull it through. There's your 1 loop, and then there's 2. Yarn over, put it through that same chain, yarn over, pull it through. Yarn over through the same stitch, yarn over, pull it through. You should have 7 loops on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull it through. Now you're going to do another chain 3. So you have 2 of the puff stitch made, so you need your 3rd for the triple. So you're going to go ahead, yarn over in that same chain, and you will be pulling that chain open wide. Yarn over, pull it through. Yarn over, take your hook back through that chain. Yarn over, pull it through. Yarn over, put it back through the chain stitch. Yarn over, pull it through. You'll have 7 loops on your hook. You're going to put the yarn over and pull it through. So when you're doing this triple puff stitch, if you can just remember, triple is 3, 3 triple puff stitches, chain 3, chain 3. So it helps you remember a little bit more. So now you're going to skip the next 3 chain, and you're going to work your V-stitch in the next chain. You're going to do a double crochet. You're just going to chain 1, and you're going to do another double crochet in that same chain, and that creates your V-stitch. Now this is going to look a little funny when you do your first row. So now you're going to repeat this pattern across. You're going to skip the next 3 chain. You're going to do the same thing you did here. You're going to do a triple puff stitch. Then you're going to skip the next 3 chain, and you're going to work your V-stitch, and you're going to work across, and you're going to end with a triple puff. So work across to the last 4 chain, and then we'll pick up there. Okay, I'm over to my last 4 chain, and as you can see, the repeat started with a triple puff. It looks a little funny, your first row. And then you end with a triple puff, and then you'll have 4 chain remaining. So what you're going to do now is you're going to skip these last 3, and you're going to work 2 double crochet in this last chain. And that will complete your row 1. And that's what it should look like. So now we're going to start row 2. So row 2, you're going to chain 3. You're going to turn your work, and you're going to do another double crochet in that same beginning double crochet. Make sure you don't put it in the second double crochet. Put them both in the first one right here. Okay, so now we're going to work the opposite across. If you have a triple puff stitch here, you're going to do a V-stitch here and a triple puff in the V-stitch. So you're going to skip the first puff stitch in the first chain 3 space, and you're always going to work in the center, the one on top. You're going to do a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the top of that triple puff, so you can see it's right on top in the center. Now you're going to skip all the rest of this triple puff stitch, and you're going to come over here to the center of your V-stitch. So now you're going to work one of these triple puffs in the center of your V-stitch. So you wrap your yarn. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it since you learned it in the first row. So there's my first puff stitch. I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to work my second puff stitch, and you go in there 3 times with each puff stitch. I'm going to chain 3, and then you're going to work your third puff stitch, and it's okay to pull that stitch back, make it easier for you to see what you're doing. And if I'm going too fast in this row, just rewind to the first row where I went really slow and showed you how to do that. So there's your V-stitch in the top of the center triple puff stitch. Then here's your triple puff stitch in the center of your V-stitch, and you're going to repeat that across. You will put your V-stitch in the center of the triple puff, your triple puff in the center of the V-stitch, and you'll continue on, and you'll continue across until you get to your ending 2 double crochet, and I'll meet up with you there. Okay, I'm at the end of row 3. So again, you're going to skip that next to the last double crochet, and you're going to do 2 double crochet in the top of that ending chain 3. So there's 1, and there's 2. And I know I went pretty quickly with these triple posts, but like I said, refer back to the beginning of the video where I went really slow, and it'll walk you right through that stitch. Now this is a little hard to see, so I am going to bring this one back because it's a really good example of what you're doing with the puff stitch, the V-stitch, puff stitch, V-stitch. And it really looks pretty that way. I hope you enjoyed the stitch of the week. Again, this is pattern number 204, the triple puff V-stitch. The instructions are listed at the end of this video, but if you do have trouble with the instructions, just send me your email address and I'll be more than happy to send you a copy through email that you can just print out on your printer. And I'll include all that information on the video screen so you can see my email. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, check out my other videos. Subscribe and learn some new crochet stitches. Thank you.